Want to get away from your daily hustle and bustle and grind of the city? This place will show you the serenity of Colorado and give you the opportunity to give back. Hey guys, I'm here with Jodi, the owner and founder of Zuma's Rescue Ranch. And I gotta tell you, this place has become near and dear to the heart of me and my children. So how did this come to be? What was your vision?
Well, we were an international show jumping family, and I saw a lot of things on the show circuit I really didn't care for. So in 2004, when my daughter went to college, lightning struck and my barn guy called and said, "Fire, fire," and I was like, "Oh, Polo, shut up." And I got up and looked out the window, and indeed there was a grass fire. 2 weeks later, my friend Valerie, who owned the Horse Connection magazine, called me and said, "Hey, there's 7 horses going to slaughter. I know you just emptied your barn. You need to save them." So I was like, okay, I'll save them. And I never told my husband. And I took those horses, and I thought I knew a lot about show jumping and horses, but I learned I knew nothing. These horses were skinny and sick and pregnant and crooked legs, untouched, and I kind of panicked a little. I called another rescue in Colorado and I said, "Will you please come and tell me what to do with these horses, because I'm way out of my depth." And she helped me. Front Range Equine Rescue, Hillary Wood, helped me get those horses going, and I just never said no again. I started getting asked to help more and more horses. By 2008, I had rescued 34 horses.
Wow.
And I was taking care of all of them plus our 16 horses by myself.
Here at this ranch?
Here at this ranch. We weren't a nonprofit yet. I didn't have volunteers. I didn't have help. My husband helped me, but he was still working. And we decided, a group of women and I met at a Starbucks, and we said we need to do a nonprofit. And I formulated the 501c3. And within a year, I was on the National Advisory Board for the ASPCA's Home for Horses Coalition, helping other people start nonprofits and setting standards for what nonprofit horse care looked like. And here we are in 2021, and we've saved hundreds, if not thousands, of horses. And we have 63 resident rescues right now, and cow and pig and goats and
the sheep.
We've rescued chickens. We've got 3 full-time mental health providers that provide animal-assisted therapy. We have 6 staff members, 3 full-time, 3 part-time, and we're an education center, and we're underway to build Colorado's first and only nonprofit large animal hospital.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So the Passion Project started nearly 20 years ago and is what we see unfolded right here.
That's what you see.
So I have 10 dogs, you have 63 horses. So we are not crazy people. We just love what we do with animals. This is phenomenal, just the views itself. Take us through a day-to-day. What's the day-to-day operation like?
Depends on what's going on. My day sometimes starts at 1 a.m. with a every 2-hour camera view if we've got a recovering horse from surgery.
Wow.
So I'm up through the night and I set an alarm and I check that horse on camera every 2 hours. And a normal day, the staff gets here around 7 a.m. They do a drive around, make sure everybody's standing, no fences are broken, nobody's loose, they haven't damaged anything, and then they start the feeding process. And then we feed with slow net feeders, so we have to stuff 120 of those a day. So we load the hay on there, we load the mashes on there, and we start driving around paddock to paddock and delivering breakfast. And then the butlers come in and they start doing chamber service, which is cleaning the manure out of the paddocks. So that's what the mornings look like. And then the rehab program starts. Horses have to be walked, they have to be lasered, they have to be exercised, and that's the earlier morning. And then we move into education. So we have education classes from equine conformation, lameness, nutrition, riding, colt starting, and we invite the public out. That's one of our funding opportunities, to provide education to people that want to learn how to do what we do. And then by afternoon, all the kids are out of school and we get flooded with mental health clients coming in, and then our riding students come in and they help us rehabilitate these horses that were thought to have been no good. And they're actually riding, and we do little in-house horse shows, and we show the world that just because it's a rescue doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So and then the night, it's a wash, rinse, repeat.
Okay, Jodi, so what do you need at the ranch? How can someone volunteer and contribute?
We have a pretty extensive website that lets people know how to get involved. The first step is a Horsemanship 101. That helps people understand how we operate, what we do, and how we need you to act around the horses. These are mostly trauma survivors, so we have to make sure that people know how to approach them. After you've done the 101 class, then you can sign up for any of our education classes. So our website is a wealth of knowledge. The horsemanship classes are held 3 times a week, and the orientations are held twice a month. So there's 2 times each month where you have an opportunity to join the programs here at Zuma's. Each horse costs us about $400 a month per, some a little more, some a little less. So we ask for sponsors. If you come out to Zuma's and you fall in love with a particular horse, take on that sponsorship. Anywhere from $25 to $400 a month will help cover that horse's costs. You get a picture of your horse, and then you can start taking ground lessons with your horse just because a horse isn't rideable. And you can do liberty training, where it's clicker training like with a dog, and teach them to go over bridges and back and bow and spin. So there's those types of classes. And then there's riding classes, and then there's jumping classes that you can get involved in. But sponsorship helps us keep those horses healthy and happy and able to provide the services in the program for the humans. So we're helping horses and we're helping humans. Donations are great. We write grants. We have corporate companies that come out and they sponsor a project. So that's something you can get involved in. You can sponsor hay in the fall. We spend about $65,000 a year on hay, so you can buy a bale, which is about $140 a bale, or you can buy a semi-load, which is about $7,000.
So many different ways to get involved.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us, how do people find you? What is your website? What's the best way for people to reach out?
Our website is www.zumas, Z-U-M-A-S, Rescue Ranch, all one word, lowercase.com.
Zuma's Rescue Ranch. We'll make that accessible for you guys. There are more than one way to help, so come on out and just find a way to help.